Hi guys! This video is the 5 K-pop albums that every K-pop collection should have, but actually not every, just those who like to collect many different groups. So of course, if you like to collect just a couple of your favorite groups or your bias group only, then this video is not for you. So I'm not saying that really you should have this. I'm just saying that if you desire a big collection, then I guess these albums are really one of the best in K-pop. So this is just that, okay? So I tried to make this the least biased as possible, but it was really hard. So I picked 5 albums. It was hard to pick 5 albums, and I just brought a 6th one because this is where I need to be biased a tiny bit. So it's just I wish people would listen to me whenever I talk about this group. So wait, let me just bring the albums closer. So the bias part is, of course, this is JS Continue, their best album. So obviously it has their best songs, and you guys get many of their songs. Of course, not all of their songs, but more than 50% of their songs. So I'm not sure. Maybe it's not even that. Okay, so of course it has all their title tracks, and my favorite, finally I decided on a favorite album track, which is not a title track, and that is Heart for Two, which is actually from their second single. And that is amazing, because usually singles are not good. Like, you only like the title track and the other 2 songs are just there, usually, when it comes to Korean singles. So it also surprised me that yes, that is my favorite album track, but I already liked their singles a lot, and I guess Super Junior's Lovely Day is the only other single song which I like just as much. So single songs are weird, but Heart for Two is my favorite. So yeah, that was the bias part, and now I'm actually getting into the top 5, and this is, well, of course some of my bias groups are there, but like they are partly my bias group because they have good music, so that's why they are there. But really, I try to be the least biased as possible. And the 5th place goes to the latest album out of these 5. And I had a hard time picking a 5th one and not putting Jazz best album there. And the reason why the camera is so far away from my bed is this album, because this is the biggest out of the 5. And that is Wonder Girls Reboot. This album is a masterpiece, and it's so thin, it looks nice on your shelf, it won't take up so much space, but the photo book is pretty big, so you can enjoy the amazing big pictures, and it always opens at U-beam because it comes with a sticker. So there's just, without the songs, it's already something really good. It's great, it's amazing, but then you listen to the songs and you won't forget this album ever. One of my favorite tracks is One Black Night, but my absolute favorite, and I was just amazed when I first heard it, and that's Back. And I dare you to not fangirl whenever you hear Yubin in that song. Like, it's crazy. I love that song so much. So this album is perfect, and that is Wonder Girls Reboot. So I had to pick this as 5th, and that actually says something, because that's like their latest album, and it's like last year's album. And the other albums are of course a bit older. And that's why I also wanted to make this video, to talk about those albums that slowly people might forget, and they really shouldn't, because if you want a really nice pretty collection, then maybe you should consider getting these albums. And number 4 I picked because you cannot have a list without them and without this. And that is Domasinki's Miratic. And let me just fix this, because we won't need to be so far away from the bed anymore. So this is a very simple digipack from 2008. So Miratic is probably the most, in my list it's one of the 2 most iconic songs of K-pop ever. So I really think that it's something that you should consider, and the other songs are amazing as well. It's been a while since I've heard this album, so I can't really say like a track right now, but it comes with many beautiful ballads, and really this album is just so important in K-pop and everywhere that you should really consider getting this. And this is the C version. I always prefer the repackages because obviously they come with the most songs, but in SM's case, especially like before 2010, the packaging, and usually they look the least good, the repackages, but you get the most songs, so I guess. So, and this is the only version I have, so which else could I bring here? But I like the concept, just look at that, that's just so pretty. And the pictures in here, even though there are not many, they are really pretty. It also comes with a photo diary, which is like between the pages, so you can't even see the photo book because of that. But yeah, there's a photo book too, but there's the diary. So, there's Mirotic, that's the album I picked as number 4. Then, number 3. And I tried really hard to not put my favorite album from them, but I tried to put the album that is probably the most well-known and also more people would like it than my favorite album. And that is Sorry Sorry by Super Junior, because you know I had to put the Super Junior album here, but like they really have the best songs, so probably Sorry Sorry is the album where I can name the least tracks. And you know why that is? Because I just listened to this album from start to finish, and I just don't check the titles of the tracks, because that's how I learned the names of the tracks, that oh, what song is this, then let's just check it. But I know that She Wants It is amazing, but Sorry Sorry and It's You are possibly the best title tracks ever. And this is the only time that I can't just pick one of the two songs. Usually I can pick either the main title track or the repackaged title track. But in this case, Sorry Sorry and It's You are like in my top, I don't know, 5 SuJu title tracks. So I can't even pick between the two. So, and I also like love Hearthquake and Yuchan and you know from the Machine Key are featuring in that. So that's really nice that Yuchan was still here. So Sorry Sorry had to be my pick from Super Junior. I also really tried to not put more than one album of each group, so I didn't. So that's why I picked Sorry Sorry, and I need to get a new copy of this. Also, this photo book is really poor though, but I still recommend the repackage because it comes with It's You, and isn't like She Wants It also a repackaged track? I don't know, I always just listen to the repackage, so yeah, it also comes with a photo diary, as Sam had this thing that time. And the photo book is odd, like it's not that pretty, it's not bad, but you should buy this for the songs. So yeah, this was my 3rd pick, Sorry Sorry version C, because for Mirotic and Sorry Sorry, the only albums where you call them version C instead of repackage. It's a bit weird, but I accepted it. Then the 1st and 2nd pick were in no question for me. They've been my favorite albums beside the Super Junior albums forever, well, since they came out, or well, since I became a Kpop fan or something. And the one I picked as a 2nd is Pink Tape by FX. This is a masterpiece. I don't think, like if anyone says that this is not their best album, like I don't know what's wrong with them. This is FX's best album. Red Light and 4 Was are amazing. I love those albums. I can't even decide between the two. But if I have to pick a favorite album by FX, like without thinking, it's Pink Tape. And also this has the coolest packaging. So, I mean, this could be a bit thicker, the suitcase. And like, yeah, but the photo book is pretty nice, even though FX photo books are always a bit like weird and crazy, you know, like, but it's nice. And the design of this album is like, SM actually tried, you know, that kind of stuff. Oh, there's a track list. So the thing about this album is that pretty much Rum Pum 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 is my least favorite track, which is the title track. You know, those supposed to be the best. But the album is so good that you probably won't even pay much attention to the Rum Pum Pum Pum. And the other song I don't listen to much, like, is Goodbye Summer. So I would say only these 2 songs. But like when not all 5 members of FX are singing together, usually those songs are my least favorite on their albums. Like they are really nice songs still, but they are my least favorite. So my favorite track is Toy and Snapshot and Kick and Airplane, I think. So there's like too many favorites, but I think Toy is definitely my number 1 pick from Pink Tape. But yeah, so this is definitely an album that everyone should consider, because this is just perfect. Like And you know, I just really wish this had a repackage or something, but yeah. The colors are kind of weird, like this is more pink. I don't know, weird camera, or the light is like in the morning. So, and my number one pick, and the reason why I picked this number one, even though my number one and number two are really close, is because I think this is an album that people start to forget a bit more than Pink Tape. So I needed to pick this as number one and, you know, like get your attention a bit, just a tiny bit. And that is T-ara's Breaking Heart, their repackage of their first and only full album. This is amazing. And look at the two concepts, even though I don't even like yellow. And originally when I first saw this picture I didn't like it, but since I've had it for a while I just got used to that picture. And yeah, very simple packaging, but again, these albums are for their songs. And it doesn't have a track list only on the inside, but it comes with 16 songs. That is just amazing. 16. Can you hear that? 16. Can you see that? It's 16. Okay, technically Kojima and Time to Love are on it twice, but Time to Love has two different versions and Kojima has a ballad version and a dance version. So yeah, but like it is still 14 songs and that is pretty good. Like only I remember SM doing it in like in Mertic, and Sorry Sorry also has many songs and some of their other albums, but this is many songs for a non-SM company who is a smaller company. So my favorite track, No Muapa, or like what is it called properly? Nega no Muapa, so track number 2. It has also an MV. But beside that, Bye Bye maybe, and of course TTL number 2, like listen to, that's perfect. I usually don't even listen to TTL, the original one, because I always just like switch to TTL 2, and also Kojima ballad version, slow version is between the two, so I don't listen to that much either. So TTL, the original, and Kojima slow version is the only two tracks I don't really listen to, but that's only because this is where TTL listen to is. And that's a ballad. And it's so funny, their last track is so funny. I like Tick Tick Tock too. And their other title track, the main title track for the normal album is it that? Yeah. Charam. Yeah. Just like the first time, I think that's it, what's it in English. So there are many favorites of mine on this album, so, and many of them has MVs. Like maybe Boppy Boppy is a song that I don't listen to much because I already got a bit bored with it by the time I got this album, I guess. But I love Boppy Boppy too for a really long time, so I just love these two albums like a lot. Like I can listen to these like endlessly, like it's crazy. And Sorry Sorry, where are you? Used to be my favorite Super Junior album for about 2 years, or maybe just 1.5, but it used to be my favorite album, and then my love for Don Don grew. So please appreciate, I really tried and I didn't bring Don Don here, so please appreciate I'm trying, and appreciate for the fact that JA's best album is not in the top 5, because I really tried to be not crazy biased, even though it's still a bit biased. So these are the albums I had to pick. Like, I'm glad I thought about Reboot. Like, I listened to it a lot in the summer and then I kind of forgot about it, and then now I again listen to it, so that's why, oh wait, there this album exists, and the phone rings in the living room. So yeah, I should go, and thank you for watching. I hope you really consider these albums, all of them, like really, if you are into collecting many groups and like you're thinking of only getting one album from like maybe Wonder Girls or like the Machine King, like really these albums are the best in my opinion. Of course it's possible that others like, or I also like their other albums, so it's not that, it's just these are my personal favorites, and I also know that many people really like these albums, so yeah, these are must-haves. And thank you for watching. Bye. I hope this video helped, and like I tried to be not biased. I hope you noticed it. Bye.